Hello, it's a beautiful day outside, man. Look outside, shit colorful as fuck. Birds are chirping. I'm out, shit looking like a Windows XP background outside, bro. This shit is beautiful. And if you're new to the channel, hello, little nigga. Today, we're talking about a Bradtasteinmusic. What a neat little name. We're talking about this nigga. And weirdly enough, this is actually someone I've watched. I mean, not like religiously, great Kenshin, but I do watch him. I watched him a lot when a lot of people were dropping music back to back, like when Quadeca dropped a la carte. He reviewed that shit, and I fucked with him mad heavy because he wasn't one of the only reviewers who are ripping that shit to sweats. I love this song so much. I love it so much. But yeah, so I listened to a Bradtasteinmusic. He reviews Brad music. Like, I mean, I watched it, and he doesn't seem like the type of guy to get caught up in this kind of controversy, Twitter controversy at all, which is why I guess he fell the way he did. But basically, story is apparently H3 likes his content too, which fuck you, I like him more. And H3 slips him a little invitation under his little room door that says, "Hey, come on to my family bash." So Brad gets ecstatic. He's like, "Ooh, a famous guy invites me somewhere." So he goes to this little bash that H3's throwing. And I guess he gets there, flicks up with Ethan, and I guess like it's Instagram, he just posts the picture on Twitter. Just here's the picture. It just looks like someone who got done having a good time. Like if I'm going to like a restaurant with family, this is the type of flick I throw out with my cousins or some shit. But apparently Ethan is the new Hitler, and his wife is his tiny little Hitler. So I don't know what's up with that, and Twitter didn't really take a liking to him flicking up with H3 like this. So they go on to do what Twitter does, and they go on their little fanny pack with little labels in them, and they smack a bunch of labels on Brad. They call him a Zionist, and they even say something like he's willingly aligning himself. Well, let me just read the tweet. "Bro, shut up. You are willingly aligning yourself with Zionist, and you expect not to be criticized for it?" And then Brad, he says, I mean, honestly, let me break that down first. Just because you stand next to someone does not mean you guys did the fucking avatar connect foreheads intercourse, and now all of your memories and thoughts and views are connected. I could flick next to the worst person on earth and absolutely despise their views, but just be cool with them. Like, we don't all have to hate and despise people who don't align with our views perfectly. Brad flicking up with H3, apparently he did it just because H3 was famous, which, okay, if you saw someone just walking around like a fucking 7-Eleven and they're famous as fuck and they had a ring of people around them, you'd go to that ring and maybe flick up yourself because he's a famous person. I mean, when the next time I'm gonna get this chance? And Brad responds with, "It's not that serious, lil bro," which is like the only sane response you can give to this tweet. So I guess Brad, he's in the kitchen, but he cannot take the heat, my nigga. So he goes back on the Twitter and he comes out with a little response and says, "This image made a statement that I did not intend to make, and I'd like to apologize for people who were hurt or upset by this." Oh, wait, give me a second. "I also apologize for my quick response, as it was dismissive towards people who care about me and others deeply." Oh, wait, give me a handkerchief. "I appreciate you looking out for me." And I see how, if you're not someone who is used to getting just dickheads in your comment sections and retweets, why you would fold so aggressively. Brad saw the backlash and got folded like a 9-to-5 worker's burrito. I mean, sure, I don't really see why it's bad to apologize for things that seemingly make people upset. I mean, shit, even if in like one-to-one conversations with my homies, if I do something that makes them upset, I'll say sorry, even if I don't really realize it or know or understand what made them angry. But I think the thing that really makes people upset at Brad for apologizing is the fact that he didn't do anything wrong. And the people who are angry, that he made angry, that he's apologizing to, are stupid. So he goes on to say, I am aware that being around Ethan and Gila at the moment is questionable. I wanted to meet them despite people's valid criticism of them. I am aware this is a bad look, and posting a photo with them upset many people. Not the best decision on my part. When he says, I am aware that being around Ethan and Gila is questionable, why? Why is that questionable right now? I mean, I never really watched. I'm gonna be like completely transparent. I've never watched H3, but even then, I'm pretty tapped in the communities around them and their community a little bit. And I don't know anything that would make them so terrible that you can't even be in their vicinity, or that you can't flick with them, or else you're a Zionist. And I think I don't know. Educate me, please, in the comments. Please educate me. I wanted to meet them because they were famous, and I had the opportunity to watch a creator who was a pivotal part of my childhood and early YouTube adventures. I mean, valid reason. You didn't even have to know bro's history. I mean, he's famous. You're gonna want to take a picture with a famous person, despite how shallow that sounds. That's just what happens. Like, if you saw fucking J. Cole walk down the street on his fucking humble ass bicycle eating his humble ass burger, you would still go, oh my god, J. Cole, and want to take a picture with him, even if you didn't listen to his music. I mean, you don't know J. Cole's views. You probably do, but you imagine you didn't. You still flick with him. He's fucking J. Cole. He's famous. Doesn't make you a Zionist if J. Cole was a Zionist. I don't know where the fuck I'm going with this. Anyway, next tweet. So H3 actually sees this fucking what I'd like to call Twitter shit slinging, and he makes a what is this? An Instagram story? What is it? How old is this man? He's on Instagram. All right, whatever. He makes this and says, "This is Brad. Someone on the crew was kind enough to get him a VIP ticket, so he was able to come backstage and hang out with us. I had the chance to speak with him for a little while, and I thought he was a nice guy. Here he is apologizing for taking a picture with me," which is kind of hilariously fucked in a weirdly sad way. Just apologizing for the disgusting act of taking a picture with this person is just foul, man. That's just foul. I would feel terrible too. I couldn't imagine chopping it up with someone I thought my crew thought was cool enough to give them backstage tickets to meet me in the flesh. No clue what he could do to me, and we end up chopping it up. And I think he's dope. He thinks I'm dope. He even poses a flick of us, and then he comes out and not only disavows you, but he just says he's sorry for being with you, around you, in your vicinity, and taking up the same oxygen as you. That shit sucks. So yeah, I'm not gonna cover this whole thing because, to be frank, I don't care. I'm probably still gonna watch Brad's videos if he drops a reaction to any niche song that I think is good. And yeah, they end up going back and forth, H3 and Brad. Basically the summary is he's upset, he's sad that he has to go through so much backlash from having an opinion. He says that he will never be able to make anyone happy, and that there will always be someone upset. And H3 is basically just upset that he backpedaled being around him, and that he doesn't know why everyone's upset, and he doesn't know what insane opinions Twitter thinks he owns. That's pretty much it. This is a whole lot of bullshit that I don't care. A lot of people call Brad a soy boy and a pussy for stepping down, but honestly, who cares? He stepped down because it probably was like his entire feed was upset with him. And when you're a content creator, you're probably scrolling a lot more than the average person. So that shit probably got to him. I mean, I get it. I've been on the internet before, even before this account, and when I get negative comments, even though if there's a million nice ones, I mean, you still think about it more, which is something you kind of have to unthink You have to unlearn. But yeah, stay off Twitter if you're on there or not, or if you are on Twitter, just use it for art, like me. And yeah, support your local artist. This is a local artist. You should support them. Listen to this song. Brew a cup of brown bean juice, and have a nice day. Bye bye.